what's up? It's Friday, so I'm gonna keep it black. But I'm gonna keep it brief. All these racists storming the Capitol, killing officers. I tell you what, Jeff, this ain't the America that I know. Where you been at? See, this is where Du Bois' theory of double consciousness comes back into play. Because black people have been seeing these two different Americas at the same time since we got here. That's why we weren't surprised when they served that man organic food. Here you got a white boy appropriating indigenous culture. What you say? Yeah, girl, they don't know you over here. And the craziest thing about it is that the black people most targeted by the judicial system that are most likely to end up in prison can't even fathom that perspective because where they come from suffers from such a lack of access to healthy and organic foods to even be able to make that case. Whole Foods. Girl, what? I'm trying to get a whole lot of food down the corner store. But one thing about it, and two things for sure, is that Dylan Roof showed us that if you kill or threaten to kill some black folks, you can eat anything you want to. And there it is. It's just two sides of the same coin. Yeah, when you dating a married man who got a whole nother life, wife, and kids, he's gonna do his best to hide it from you. But none of this is new, folks. White people have been forming angry mobs and staging violent attacks on things that threaten their power ever since Prince Henry went and popped off the slave trade in the 1400s. Tell the truth, shame the devil. We're talking vicious anti-abolition attacks in New York in 1834. I'm just skipping around here. Less than half of Cincinnati's black population survived the white riots in 1836. They were Chicago and Charlotte in 1919. White people laid waste to Tulsa in 1921. You bombed the Freedom Riders in 1961. You brutally attacked peaceful protesters in Selma in 1965. There was Charlottesville in 2017. And now this in 2021. I can't make this stuff up. Oh, honey, and that's just to name a few. The list is long because there's nothing new under the sun. And that's why I need for Republicans, white and black, to stop insulting our intelligence by saying, you guys are just being divisive. At this point, the whole black thing is just a crutch. Stop playing the blame game and being so negative. Stop telling us that pointing out and punishing malignant and racist behavior causes more division. Let me tell you something. There is no unity. There is no equality. There is no change until you address these violent attacks on equity in this country. Because if you refuse to address it and refuse to properly punish it, it will happen again. Say that, which is why the impeachment is so necessary. You are about to lose your job. Now, contrary to popular belief, impeaching Trump and convicting him will not immediately get him to lose his security detail, never get to run again, or lose his pension. Not directly. In order for all of those things to happen, we would have to get him out of office before his term was up, and we run out of time. But if we set it in motion now, we can take the steps to get there. But don't get too hyped about the impeachment anyway. Trump is not the only person who needs to be held accountable. Hey, this is the most bipartisan impeachment in history. We have 10 Republicans. Oh, so you mean 10 out of the 211 Republicans that are in Congress right now? So you mean 201 of them still support his foolishness? See, this is why it's so crucial for black people to understand politics, or at the very least understand how it affects them. Because let me be clear, this is a platform on black issues. But if we're being real, politics and who holds the presidential seat has always been a black issue. If we didn't understand politics, all this rhetoric about rigged elections, the impeachment being too late, and freedom of speech might fool you if you didn't. Especially since freedom of speech was designed to protect private citizens from being censored by the government, not protect government officials from being censored by private businesses. Oh man, one white man can't use the internet because he was inciting insurrection. I remember a time when millions of black people couldn't use the restroom when all they was trying to do was pee, or enter restaurants when all they was trying to do was eat. Oh, but Republicans, wasn't it you who advocated for private businesses to be able to refuse service at their own discretion? Oh, that's what I thought.